gonna have his own little spot. He got a toilet. You know what I'm saying? A toilet slash sink. I mean, not everybody got a toilet that's also a sink. You know what I'm saying? Imagine being able to wash your face in the back part of your toilet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's right there is innovation. Yeah. Daryl got a smart house. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't even believe I just said that. Just thought of that. They just said it. Every once in a while you say something, you go, fuck, how did I even come up with that? That's hilarious. Daryl got a smart house, you know what I'm saying? His toilet is also is a sink. I hope he remembers what part to use. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're like, no, you wash your face with the back part. Oh God, he's done dipped his hands in the toilet bowl. Oh God. Yes, honey. Y'all could buy some drapes. You and Bubba can get you some drapes, just, make it a home. Make it a home. This house is not a home if there's no Bubba there to turn the key. Oh, that's Luther. All right, Christine. Christine says she'll be right back. We'll be waiting, Christine. We'll be waiting for you.
Very bad things. Due to very bad
Alexa, shut my cell door.
One of the things ultimately that will happen when you are in prison, sir, is that the Department of Corrections, they are statutorily responsible for your care and your well-being, including your mental health.
Oh, Daryl got that smart house, honey. He got a smart house. I'm proud of you, Daryl. Look at you. He's trying to find his place in this world. Looking for a cellmate, roaming through the night.
Have any authority to dictate to them where you go or how they treat you.
That was a good laugh. I like that.
That is far different than when there is support for a plea of not guilty by reason of mental disease or defect. Because then the court has available what is called treatment facilities and a commitment to such a treatment facility. That is something that is simply not on the table. And again, for evaluations, not even my own assessment, but for evaluations from licensed professionals say otherwise. Even in the face of your family saying that, and even in the face of you claiming that. I'm not even here to say that some of those things can't coexist, and that you might not have some of your own mental health issues, whether it be bipolar, childhood trauma, or things of that nature. But the bottom line is none of that caused you to do what you did on November 21 of 2021. I want to next turn to the trial in this case. I think it's important that the sentence here today focuses on your conduct on November 21 of 2021 and the moments leading up to that tragic and fateful decision of yours to drive through the Waukesha Christmas parade, and of course the moments after. I, of course, through my sentencing remarks and ultimately what I do here today, I can't answer all of the questions. I can't address all of the issues, including the why. Perhaps the one question that will remain unanswered Why? Why did you
Darrell's a dick.
barrel
That's
down
why.
White Rock Avenue?
I
Why
can
did you
tell
not
you that.
stop?
I got the answer, Judge.
Why did you keep going?
Cause Darrell dick. Cause Darrell dick. That's why.
Many of us in this courtroom sat through the entire trial.
Ooh, before I was do.
But what's important is the signage. Even you, at one point, I believe when you were talking with Detective Carpenter, noted, it was my words, my assessment, it was clear something was going on. I think what you said was a lot of shit was blocked off.
Mm-hmm.
You'd driven past those signs on the staging area.
You did.
The fact remains they were there, sir. And the fact remains is
They were.
you told Detective Carpenter that.
Yeah, definitely did, Darrell. That's what you done.
The other, we
This
then
fucker just say, "Are you done talking?"
heard from,
Hold up. He just said, watch this. He's going to say, if I'm not mistaken, I could be mistaken, but I swear I heard him say, "Are you done talking?" Watch this.
you'd driven past those signs on
we
the
go.
staging area. The fact remains they were there.
Watch this. Let's just, I don't know if I can't turn it up anymore, but just listen. Watch. Remember, I swear I think that's what he says. Let's see.
There, sir. And the fact remains is you told Detective Carpenter that. The other,
Yeah, he said, "Are you done talking? Are you done talking?" Like, yeah, y'all come take him away. I'm done talking. Yeah, that's how that worked, Darrell. When I get done talking, you get underneath the prison. So, hey, look, rush me all you like. You know what I'm saying? We both want the same thing. You up underneath of this here prison, okay? Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. It was that.
heard from
Not a lot to lean on.
the witnesses related to Miss Patterson. We heard from Corey Runkle. We heard from Erica Patterson herself. My impression, based upon Erica Patterson's testimony, who, by the way, showed grace and
I know,
dignity
right?
facing
You
you,
definitely got
a
one.
man who
Got turtle head peeking out.
clearly has no
It's
regard
coming.
for
Gotta have
her
this here, baby.
as a mother of one of your children,
Little brown baby.
as someone you had a domestic partnership with and a relationship with at
Some
one
green
point.
with green patches,
We
green birthmarks. we'll call them.
No, and I would say this goes to your character. What was shown through that altercation and
Green
going up the hill,
Galadina.
following her, slapping her, the rules don't matter to you, not the rules of the road.
Yeah, I like to think that too, Gringa. I like to think it too. So I think she praised Erica for being gracious on the stand to purposely poke him. Yeah, that's why I would have said it. I'd have been like, I'm just happy, that with all of this, because Erica is such a great person, like I'm so happy that she'll now be able to move on, get a new boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? And they'll be able to travel and go to Disney World and do all the fun things. Like, what kind of stuff you like to do, Daryl? Then when you name some stuff, be like, yeah, they can go do those things, all the shit that you can't do, I'm just so happy for her that she gets to go and be happy, with this man who's like, 5'9" plus, just definitely taller than you at the point, and like, with like a really nice hairline, it's just going and going and going. The thing is just, it's just there, it's just like reliable, his bottom lip is sturdy. You know what I'm saying? It's dependable. You ain't got to worry about it just going off and doing some shit that ain't nobody tell it to do. It's that unreliable bottom lip. Like yours. Like she got. I know her potential. What she can be. Okay. What she can be. Okay. I heard she's already dating. That's wonderful. Just brings a tear to my eye. The thought of her being so happy. She's so happy, Daryl. this is the type of shit that I'd like to say to Daryl. You want to piss a Daryl off, this is how you do it. I've been saying this whole time. Like, you really want Daryl to be unhappy? Start trying to figure out how to make Erica happy. Because that's the answer. The more happy Erica is, the more unhappy Daryl is. Because those two things are completely linked. Like, if she's ecstatic, he's miserable. That's it. Easiest thing in the world. You just need to make her happy, and you need to get word to Daryl about it. That's what I'm saying. That's it. Daryl just needs to know that Erica is super happy. Like, happy. You feel me? I'm telling you, that's exactly how it works.
Not the rules established
correlation,
by court orders,
not
the rules even of decorum and decency. And I'll get to this more fully when I talk about your character.
Yeah, get
and
to
I know you
character.
went hard at Attorney Opper for her bringing these things up, but those are legitimate, lawful sentencing considerations. And when I get to that point, I'll tell you the case law that supports that. Your character, even your pending cases.
I don't need no case law.
Don't need no case what? You don't need a
We know at the time of all of this,
Sarah
right, you were out
Boone's
on
house,
bond
you
for
better
2
cut it
felony
out.
cases, one involving a handgun, one involving the same vehicle and Erica Patterson, and one involving ultimately intimidation of Ms. Patterson. We know that on November 20th,
Xanadu.
she was very contrite about this.
For me.
She told you where she was.
Xanadu.
She invited you out there. And that you had contact with her on the 20th. There was some physical.
Contact with her on the 20th.
Mr. Brooks, this is my time. You need to not
Shut the
interrupt.
hell up, Daryl.
The charge was dropped.
Mr. Brooks,
the state
you need to stop.
said specifically, wrote you, Your Honor, and said that they know it was no incident that day.
Mr.
And now
Brooks,
you want to sit up here.
do not interrupt me or you will be removed to the other
And now you
courtroom.
want to sit up here
Stop.
and try to
now.
add something in that you know for a fact never even happened. You want to sit up here
Mr.
and talk
Brooks,
about
every
who has
time-
grace and all this. You talking about someone
Look at that.
with 5 kids that don't have custody.
You need to stop
None of
right
them.
now or you will.
Look at Hey, Daryl, how many kids you got again? How many of them have you seen in the last 5 years? Oh, none? Oh. Ain't that some shit? I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something, Daryl. Shut the hell up. There. That's it. That was all. That's all I was gonna say. I know you thought I was gonna say something else, maybe something helpful or, just motivating, but nope, just shut the fuck up. Just there. That's all.
Will be removed.
Remove me then.
Remove me
He
then.
will be removed. He cannot
Remove me
simply
then.
stay
I don't
quiet when
consent
this
to being
court talks.
sentenced anyway. I don't consent to this, just like I told you.
He said, I don't consent to being sentenced anyway, so good luck sentencing me. Daryl, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, for real. That's like a real question. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Like, oh my God. I don't consent to being sentenced anyway, so I don't even know what we doing here. I mean, it's not like you're going to get to put me away because I don't consent, so Look at him. I think he thinks because he's the lawyer. I'm sorry. I think he thinks because he's his lawyer, right? Or he's the representative standing in for the third party of the who's and such and what's and evers. So he's like, look, I'm the lawyer, so the lawyers have to like agree to things, for anything to happen. We have to both come to an agreement as lawyers, that's what we have to do. And so until you guys ask my permission for stuff and I say okay and sign papers and things and such, then nothing can happen. So, I mean, you can feel how you want to feel, Judge, but check it out. It don't matter because you ain't got my permission to hold me accountable for a motherfucking thing, okay? Well, I am Daryl, okay? Hear me roar. There. Ain't he something? Look, you ain't got my consent to sentence me anyway. All right, Daryl.
I don't know the.
We'll be in recess until he's
I don't
moved
even
to the other
understand
courtroom.
the true nature and cause.
Man, I don't know the true nature of the cartridge and the lions and tigers and bears. Oh my God.
Yeah. And courtesy,
Yeah.
which include not
We put him in the other room
the
for
court.
common courtesy. Look at him. He looks.
I felt
Hold up. He looks so. Does he not look defeated? He looks as defeated. Daryl. Don't be like this, okay? You did a good job. Like, you really fought for your life. I'm just saying, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you, even though you ain't laughing. Because that's how that works. Hey, I don't want to kick you when you down. You know, I mean, I know you always down because you're so little, but you know what I mean. I want to kick you when you down. But you know, I heard Erica got a boyfriend. You just gonna let that happen? You need to tell the judge to let you out for recess, okay? Because that's how that works. Because science, right? Because law. Just tell the judge to let you out for recess, okay? And then what we can do is we get the boyfriend. Hold up. If we're gonna catch the boyfriend slipping, okay? Then we're gonna jump him in the parking lot. Sound good? Sound good? Good. Oh, Daryl, don't be like that. Don't be like that. Sit up in your chair, Daryl. That's not. I mean, come on. Don't have such a defeatist attitude. This is how you got here. You need to do better. Look, I tried, y'all. You can't talk to Daryl. He's just impossible. Impossible. Like you getting yourself out of jail was impossible. Bye, Daryl. Fuck you, Daryl. Fuck you very much. Okay. Yeah. Cause that. Okay. Cause that. It's always fun to talk to Daryl. It's always a good time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I heard it. I heard Erica's boyfriend is 5'10". What you think? What you think about that? How you feel? Oh, you just gonna slouch down in your chair like that? God, you so easy to defeat. Look at you. Sit up straight. Maybe that's why she don't like you. You know, maybe if your posture was better, work on that. Maybe Bubba can help you. You can do the Heimlich type. You know, when y'all have your cuddle time, have him kind of hold you in a Heimlich type position. And maybe that'll stretch his spine out. And maybe you get taller. Probably not, you know, but, you know, you got to try. You know, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. That's what Aaliyah told you, okay? That's all I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying. Had your ass tooted up in the air like that, you know. That's all I'm saying, you know.
Felt it important under Illinois versus Allen to remove him from the courtroom. As that is, of course, one of the options, and we have the benefit of the wonderful technology here in this courtroom and the adjoining courtroom, which I believe is the equivalent of being present. What I have referred to at times during this trial as the functional equivalent of being present in this very courtroom. But it is important that I go through.
He really does look defeated, does he not? He looks completely defeated. I didn't know any better. I think Daryl was defeated. Did Daryl get defeated? Because he damn sure look it. Like, I mean, he definitely looks defeated. I mean, I don't know if he is defeated, but he damn sure look it. That's all I'm saying, Daryl. That's all I'm saying. You know, put on a brave face. Just put on a happy face.
This without interruption,
hey, Kelly,
to make the record that I need
to make. He lost. He's shackled to his waist. His hands are shackled to his waist. This is his life now. This is his world. The world of Daryl.
No, you're not muted, sir. You're going to listen to me
Right,
and you're not going to interrupt.
So shut the hell up, Daryl, and listen. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're
So
gonna do.
I want to, I don't want to call it a tangent, but I'm looking for a note that I made.
I would like to exercise my right to be present.
Then you
Oh,
need
now
to
you wanna be
pledge to
present.
this court, sir, that you will
so
not
funny.
interrupt me
I wanna
despite
be
what you
present
may
now.
not like me saying.
I'm gonna
Can you do
harass
that?
the shit out of you. One last time.
All right, he's not making that
Remove
pledge
me
under
then.
Illinois versus Allen unless he makes that pledge. He's not coming back into this courtroom.
Yes, you need to pledge, honey. Do the pledge. The Pledge of Allegiance.
You are not.
I pledge allegiance to the
All
Bubba.
right, clearly he's going to keep repeating that statement,
He
so
said I
I have muted him at
can't have
this
no
point.
other.
It was my hope
'Cause
that he would
the
honor
only man for me.
the simple
It's just Bubba
rule of courtesy and decorum
me.
that he show respect to this
Bubba
court,
and me.
to these proceedings, and not interrupt and talk over me, but that clearly is something he is unwilling or unable
Incapable
to do.
is the
I'll
word,
find my
Judge.
note that I wrote later.
Incapable, I believe, is the word you're looking for.
It had to do with, frankly, what this court has observed as a pattern with Mr. Brooks, and that is when testimony or statements by the court or statements by the prosecution team become unfavorable to him, he lashes out and he disrupts. And that has been borne out time after time after time during this trial. So let me go through and pick up where I left off about the trial. I'm not going to go through everything in detail, but I think it's important that I set the stage, right, and the basis for my sentencing. One of the things that I did note regarding Erica Patterson's testimony, because frankly I wasn't sure where Mr. Brooks was going to go with his own defense based on some of the remarks he made during his opening statement, which was actually later, but I guess I'll go back to my review of his recorded interview and some of the things that he tried to say, and at least it became apparent ultimately with the way he cross-examined witnesses. I wasn't sure if he would claim perhaps someone else was in the vehicle, he was afraid of police,
Yeah, right? He
the
didn't say
tinting
any
of the
that.
windows, some of those things.
In fact, he said all of it.
Here's where it frankly doesn't matter. Okay, Erica Patterson provided key testimony in this regard, that there was no one else in the vehicle with Mr. Brooks. And I'm aware that he wants to come back, but until he writes me a pledge that he will not interrupt me under Illinois versus Allen, he is not coming back in this courtroom. He has forfeited his right to be present during my remarks. And unless he makes that pledge to me in writing, he's not coming back in.
She told him that she,
One of the things I tried to do in my preparation, and let me tell you, I reviewed all of my notes from this trial. I have, I think, 9 notepads. I looked at just a couple of exhibits, but primarily the map, Exhibit 15. I really wanted to determine for myself how long this carnage took. We know the distance, right? From at least where he entered. And you know what, Madam Clerk? Put my screen up, will you? I'm going to put Exhibit 15 up because I think it's worth doing that. All right. We know he entered from White Rock, where the first star is on the right side, where it says Fleet 1, unmarked sedan and marked SUV. And that's where Detective Casey was. And so we know he goes 1, 2, 3 blocks before striking
taking notes
anyone.
with his Bible.
And then it's really about 5 blocks of what can only be described as chaos and carnage. We know we have, from the evidence and the testimony, Two
Darrell's
different
pen
speed
ain't working.
calculations.
Darrell's pen wasn't working. You see him? He
One
was trying to
from
fix his pen.
Bosco's, that was the surveillance footage, between 33 and 34 and a
Give him
half
new
miles
pen.
per
Oh,
hour.
and that's sweet.
And then we have
Little
one
piece of
farther
pen.
down from the footage from Curry and
Darrell's pen wasn't working. Did y'all see it? His pen, he was like trying to write on stuff. He's like writing in the Bible, trying to see if it worked, trying to get it. You know, when your pen don't work and you just scribbling, trying to make it work. Then he did something on the table, and then I think that the officer gave him another one. His little piece of pen is failing him. He's in here doing Bible studies, y'all. He's like reading through his little Bible and then like writing down stuff. You write a letter to God. Is that what it is? What's she telling him? Because he already know. He was in the car with you. He seen what you done, okay? He seen you. He saw you. He was looking at you
insurance,
like,
whereas
really, bro?
average 32 miles per hour.
So this is what you're
Now,
going to do today?
I acknowledge
Okay.
math is not my strong suit. I did not do a calculation, but I don't think it took very long. There were so many opportunities
Yes.
for Mr. Brooks
A billion.
to simply stop, turn around, turn down other streets before
Darrell.
he ever crossed Bar.
I can't get enough of Darrell with these shackles, holding his hands to his waist. It's like the best. It's the best around. Ooh, but now y'all can see what happens with his pen.
And then it's really about 5 blocks of what can only be described as chaos
Look
and
at him.
carnage.
Look at him. Look at him.
We know
His
we
pen's not
have
working. Now
from
he's trying to
the
write on the
evidence
table,
and the
trying to get the table to
testimony
fix it.
2 different
Not
speed
working.
calculations. One
Then
from Bosco's,
Then the cop
that was
guy
the
comes and brings
surveillance
him
footage,
another one. Look.
between
See?
33 and 34 and a half miles per hour. And then we have one
Darrell's piece of pen failed him. Oh, shit. America's boyfriend, Antoine Greer. Oh my God! Somebody need to write Darrell and be like, "Look, I know everybody hates you, and that's fucked up. Everybody makes mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to tell you that, even though the world hates you and everything, that like, some good things came. Like Erica found, love again, and like she's Antoine. I think his name is Antoine Greer. Oh, he's such a good man. He's like, he's just like tall and, chocolate, like, Darryl ain't gonna like that because Darryl yellow, like, you gotta just say the opposite of whatever Darryl is, he's tall, he's chocolate, he's not vanilla at all. He's just chocolate. Very, very, just midnight, like, he's got like a head full of hair, dreads, they're real. He got like real dreads, like long ones too. There's the long and the real, and he's got like, this super deep voice. He doesn't require Dahmer glasses. He's got perfect vision, like he don't live in his mother's house, not at all. In fact, he has his own place, but he also even pays for his mother's place. He's like, oh, did I mention he was rich? Oh yeah, he's rich. And I believe actually his first job, he's worked so many jobs. He's worked his whole life. He's just, he's just like was such a hard worker to get to where he got now. And he said, you could tell he's a good guy because he keeps his nails, clean and trimmed, and he does. Oh my gosh, this is so funny. This is how you just drive a Darryl absolutely insane. But you got to deliver him the news like you're not trying to be a dick, because it's just funnier that way. You know what I'm saying? If you say it like you're trying to be a dick, then it's different. But if you say it on some sneaky shit, it's funny. Like it's like it's like I just wanted to let you know, as far as Erica goes, you don't have to beat yourself up about that, because she's just in such a much better place now. I mean, her this relationship she's in, it's funny. I was like, it never would have happened had you not tried to kill her that day. You know what I'm saying? Like Daryl would have he would have an aneurysm right there on the spot. Like, and tell him the dude's first job was actually as a correctional officer in prisons, like kind of dealing with just kind of unruly people who just could not quite get their lives right, just always were in and out of prison because they just couldn't control themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, he got an award like a few years ago for I think I think he stopped some kind of domestic violence situation. Like there was this guy who was beating on his girlfriend, and this guy just came out of nowhere. Like, he came out, and Antoine came out, and he just put the guy in a chokehold. You know what I'm saying? It was like this little yellow dude with a fucked up hairline. I think it was the way he described him to me. It's kind of, yeah, almost kind of describes him. They kind of sound like you a little bit. And I would love to talk to Darrell. Like I just would spend the whole time just taunting the shit out of him, just using everything that I know and have learned about people to just destroy him. Just to send him completely into outer space. And the reason why is because he just has to sit in there with a bunch of dudes whom he's afraid to let it out on. As rageful as he gets, he won't be able to do shit about it because ain't nothing but a bunch of dudes in there that are all taller than him by default. You know what I'm saying? And that would be enough to call the next 20 Christmas presents for me. That would bring me great joy and wonderment and wonderfulness. I would be very happy about that. Oh, Jesus. That was the most fun I've had in a while. You guys, this one was a therapeutic one for me.